game in which they beat the Get Oil fan club earlier this week, he was putting out some pretty sick damage. So we'll see if he'll be able to repeat that kind of performance.
Yup, gets jumpered there, takes a little bit of damage, meets up with his medic, which is fine. Sizer's gonna play team. Got Sizer and Zeus together to get a really nice pipe on that soldier. The meat market needs to move out right now with the med. Oh Jesus, the med's getting hit. He needs 1 shot, 2 shot. Med being chased down. Sizer's not gonna let this med get away. Sizer may actually flank. These guys have no heals, and the soldier's extremely low. They need to be careful. If Sizer finds flank, it's gonna be an easy kill. Instead, gets taken out from behind right there. So Sezco with the cleanup kill there. Do you think Red should poke it all here, or do you think they should just let him have it?
No, at this point, they just need to get up. They're doing the right thing. Cheesy MacGyver, who's a respawn, he already switched to NG. He's getting the gun up. Process is pretty easy to defend with a gun and with a heavy, like one at either door to the respawn. So they're trying to go for that, but they're playing really close to lobby, which is interesting and dangerous. They're only at 30%. Of course, Ninja Nick Surviving has that full Uber charge. So if they were pushing from upper right now, they might catch off their entire team. They're so close.
So Alex kind of poking, the soldiers are jumping in, like they don't really, with Slamber getting slammed with the Uber coming in. The blue Uber's not too bad. Ninja Nick didn't milk it as much this time. They may be able to hold it. They haven't filled the gun yet. 1 rocket, 2 rocket. The gun's being completely repaired. Finally goes down, but look at Zalex up behind him. 2X on the point. This is going to be an easy cap. When they couldn't kill the gun, I thought there was going to be a lot of issue, but then Zalox got that height advantage behind him. That was huge.
Yeah, that was a really strange hold. I'm not completely sure why they were holding in lobby. Luckily for them, TSU just opted to go lower left, but it didn't work because Slamberg was playing so close that they just got an opening kill instantly, and then they really had freedom to just play the rest of that last push however they want. But you got a red soldier bombing in quick, and scouts trying to go up top. Kind of a passive mid from TSU. They're just sitting all the way back. No one's really taking height control at all.
Side of the sky. Grape's moving ahead. Grape has, Grape with the demo pick right there. Slammer going down. The Med may be able to make it out. They're going to. That was kind of interesting. So what they did, as you mentioned, they were just playing super passively. And then, oh geez, with Blank going down, the Med could even die here too. They need to be careful. Is everybody going to make it out alive? They do. They're going to have the counter Uber going in the last. I can't even think about middle right now because Blue's already rushing in the other side. Sizer's over buff. Showstopper's coming in. We may see a nice little Uber here. Solo Uber perhaps from them. They didn't cap 2 yet, so they can't push in too far right now. They end up getting their Uber. Showstopper goes up top. He's really going for the hunt. Jumps across right there. 1 good rocket. Denies that scout. Ends up dying. Bad positioning. Ninja Nick bails. I don't know what Showstopper was trying to do.
Man,
that could have killed somebody.
That was, no, Showstopper, he bombed in because he knew that the red medic was stuck in the corner. Sailot was stuck in the corner with 30 health for so long that she just had to use, Showstopper didn't even hit a rocket near her, but she still had to pop just because she was at such low HP, stuck in the corner and couldn't get back from the respawn. It was just really unfortunate positioning, and now they're sitting at a pretty big disadvantage, going for that same defense with the level 2 gun, except this time Sezco's on Sniper, they Uber in bottom right. You got players in lobby, 2 red soldiers, 1 goes down to Sizer, Sizer's trying to kill the other. And they've now got a pyro up on red to defend as well.
Yeah, they're completely surrounded the point. Look at Grape going up behind though. Grape's going to find somebody here. Grape and Zalex all the way up behind. Grape's really low. Needs to be careful. 1 shot on the pyro, 2 shot on the pyros. Alex getting on the point. Nobody can stop him. It's just Alex, Showstopper, Ninja Nick. Look at that lineup. God, their avatars are great.
The red team, Meat Market, they're just giving way too much respect to TSU when they're pushing into last. TSU is able to just walk in as far as they want, and they're really not getting contested at all. They're just bunching them up and getting so much spam damage when they push in. But onto the next mid, both demos rolling out kind of equal speed. Last time was super passive. Let's see if they change it up. TSU is just kind of going for the same play. Their soldiers are hanging back on their awning, just walking across the point. No one's really going for any aggressive plays on either side. Slamberg the first one down to Showstopper. Now finally the Scouts taking some control, but 2 frags traded for the Red Scouts. And TSU, it looks like they're just going to be backing out. The Meat Market Scouts are just, winning that mid for them, which is something interesting. In the last games I've seen of Meat Market, a lot of their mids where their soldiers were the ones doing a lot of the aggression weren't working out, but when their scouts started taking the game into their own hands, they started winning a lot more fights. Like Sezco and Cheesy MacGyver is a relative new scout. This is first season of Invite. Are definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Sezco knows how to game, and Cheesy's definitely proved himself so far. So I'm trying to think where they're going to go in with this Uber. They're just kind of poking, like they don't. I mean, Sizer's defensive sniping here. I guess they're going to take it through the lobby right now. It looks like they're just creeping up in. Blank's he's kind of separated from his team. He needs to be careful. What are you thinking? Like, they're going to solo the demo in the left side? With Blank going down, I think you got to pull out now, right?
Yeah, no, that's actually fine. I mean, the Ubers are even. They probably just wanted to suicide one player anyway, and now they can just hold back. And it's going to be tough if TSU wants to push. They might just end up sacking in Grape as well. I mean, they have an NG and a sniper, so you can't really push off, and then it's always like, oh, I built the gun, do I want to switch now? And we try to push with just the one guy. Like, I'd have to put it up again, you know what I mean? So, Showstopper actually goes down, and now this is perfect chance for the push, except Slamberg dies just after to Grape in the roamer on roamer violence.
Roamer on roamer violence, man. Roamer on roamer violence, no good. So we got defensive holding here. The gun is still up. The gun is being moved, so they know where it was last time. And, you know, everybody just spamming perfectly right now. Like, they cannot get in, no matter what they're trying right now. Maybe another... What happened last time? Slamberg went in for the med bomb, ended up getting Showstopper. Maybe we'll see that again if Showstopper plays forward. But... otherwise...
Cheesy's running in onto the med! Oh my god, that was close. He got right up in Ninjanik's face, only got off a few shots for like 30-40 damage, brought him down to half, but the gun was in a perfect position. I actually, I like this hold that TSU is doing right now. They're playing close by rollout, and they have the gun up on the right side, so the gun is covering if anyone tries to get on Ninjanik when they're doing the forward hold. It's a pretty good strat.
That is something I have liked. So I've watched Ninjanik. Oh, what? Blank going down. Blue is going to make an aggressive player here. We're thinking maybe a Showstopper Uber coming out right now.
Oh, they got the Sizer ran out and got the demo. That's a really good trade. Now TSU, they've got to be pushing off this. Soldier going out lower. They're all pushing out right now. And the med for Meat Market is just all the way out. They force the Uber. This is actually really good for Meat Market now. They just have to stay alive. Blue Uber is fading. They just need to regroup at mid. I don't think they can test this well. They're going for it. They're bringing in the scouts. If there's any Meat Market players who can do it, it's definitely Cheesy and Sesco. They pop off the Uber. Soldier's flying into lower IT. Cheesy needs to get this frag right now. They do. They pick off Show, and now they have a lot of cap time going, but TSU is going to push out. Soldier bombing onto point, really weak. He goes down, and now this is looking like a Meat Market win, except the med goes down to Sizer. It was a sick play, and he just floats out of there. Big creators in the end.
God, it was beautiful. So Zalex moves up with his med. They're pushing into last. They're down numbers, so this is the interesting part. Do you push in 5 on this 3 right here? The spawns are going to come up, so I guess you really can't. They smartly run.
Oh my god, they just run on the point! Oh, wow.
They all went back in.
Yeah, that was a risky play, but that was just a smart play for Meat Market. They recognized that, you know, Blue was in spawn. They were switching classes. They were trying to get the heavies out, and while they were doing that, they just double stacked the point. And there you go. That was a big round. You definitely don't want to go down on the half 3-0. And
oh no, that momentum you have right now, I think, like you picked up a little momentum. It doesn't matter how you cap the damn point. The point is it's 2-1 instead of 3-0 right now. So Zalex playing some nice spam, but there's Slamberg's going on a little awning. I think he's maybe going to go for a jump soon. Just getting good spam angles right now. Showstopper taking height. Slamberg going for a big counter jump on Showstopper. Gets knocked down. He's on pretty low health. Gets hit with an arrow. Just because he fell down, though, look at this. Blue has extreme height advantage. The medic's completely caught out against the scout.
Wow, Showstopper. Oh my god.
Did you see
Showstopper, four frags that mid. He just did all the damage for TSU. And that was kind of the same story as the other mids, just both teams playing it passively, but, you know, this time TSU and Showstopper just took the fight into his own hands, and with his initial bomb got 2 picks. Oh, wow. And Cheesy tries to go for that gun in the same spot, but Grape was just waiting for him and takes him out. This is...
Zalex also spawn cam Sesco. It's getting messy.
Yeah, this should be the round. Only 4 up. The Uber isn't even popped yet. I don't see this ever happening.
Oh, no. On the point. Alex is going to get on it. 3x on the point with the Uber. So, 3-1 half. You know, both teams, we saw decent stuff out of both teams. Better than a 3-0. I guess we can put it that way.
Yeah, the mids have just been kind of strange. Both teams have been playing really passive openings. And I think it's time for Meat Market to switch it up. The one round they did get was completely off the back of a strong mid fight from their scouts. And I want to see them do a similar fight where they put their scouts in a place where they can be the ones doing the damage, getting the frag. And the best place for that with scouts is getting the height advantage. Like, I want to see Meat Market just go for aggressive positioning, try to get their scouts up top, because on that last mid where they just got crushed, they were all just grouped up on the ground. Like, the scouts were never at any kind of height advantage. And when Showstopper bombed over, he just got easy spam frags down with 100 rockets.
I think, right? A 4K or something?
Yeah,
like
he killed both the scouts like right away too. Like, they really need to get aggressive positioning up top, and they need to put, like, right now I think for Meat Market to win, it comes down to their soldiers need to put Cheesy and Sesco in a position to put the team on their back. Like, they need Cheesy and Sesco to be the star players for them to be winning this game.
They can be. Like, we both seen it. Like, Cheesy can get Cheesy, the frag machine. Sezco, when he gets in the groove, like, one frag, two frags, three frags all the time. So we know they can do it. I just like you said, they just got to take the crates. You give Sezco 185 and put him on a crate. You're gonna be happy. You know, mid's gonna go well for you. When he has to stay at the bottom, or you know he can't get height advantage, and it's just their soldiers aren't cutting right now, which is surprising because Broking's just not. Do you expect maybe they should be bombing a little more? Like, he kind of chilled on the awning, and then he just counter jumped Showstopper instead of actually going. So, would you like to see more aggression out of them? I don't know.
I want to see. I would love to see at least Slamberg just touching the skybox and landing on TSU's combo. Like, they just need to open up space for Cheesy and Sezco right now, because those are the star players of their team, in my opinion. Especially, well, yeah, they're both really good scouts, and right now they can't have game impact. Like, it's not their fault. It's the team's mid strategy right now. It's just not giving them any room to even play TF2. They're just stuck sitting at their side, going for 10 damage chip shots.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like, they're just completely staying back, and nothing more than that. It was a 10 damage chip shot. Like, even if your whole team is spamming them and you hit the same place, like, they can just move out of it. That's all they can do. Stats wise, so I sent you a stat page. Like, it's really hard to like look at a half like this and base too much off stats. But you see anything interesting that catches your eye? Like, it kind of looks like a pretty easy 3-1 right now. I don't know.
No, nothing really interesting on either side, to be honest. I mean, right now Showstopper has pretty high DPM, good frags and deaths, but he had that one like really sick 4K at the mid, and then I mean, besides that, he's just getting Ubers into last. Like with full Uber advantage, so of course he's going to get some frags. So, I mean, he's doing everything he needs to do. He's playing well, and TSU just as a unit, they're having better fights.
Ninja didn't die. That's also I just saw.
Really?
0 deaths. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, considering they lost a round.
Wait. Oh, it's because it's the one they all ran back into last point together. We gotta change
our
classes. Yeah. And Ninja Nick, he like followed his instead of staying out there, he followed his dudes in. So Ninja Nick with the 0 death, yet 3-1 game. I don't know if we've seen that ever, so that's interesting. Yeah, I look on the opposite, like, you know, only 2 assists, say like just 6 deaths. Like, it's just, and that's also, you can't base stuff off the medic. You know, you lose mid, you're gonna get chased down and killed. But like, it's just when you have 0 deaths, that says something.
But anyway, at this mid, Meatmark is going for kind of a different play. They were taking a lot of the control of the left side, where before you were seeing them go for the right crates. But now they just got point control and took over left. They didn't take as much height advantage as I expected them maybe to switch up, but they just went in a complete different direction, and they kind of just kited the TSU damage, and they were able to just clean up their soldiers. And now they're going into 2. This might not work out for them because the TSU respawns are coming up really quickly, and they're just not getting enough damage, they're not getting enough presence. TSU's flying into them right now. They forced that Uber on Showstopper, so Ninja Nick has to pop just a little bit later, a bit of a better Uber, and right now Meat Market just needs to get out choke and try to escape with all of them alive.
They do. Grape is flanking right now. I don't think anybody sees him yet. Oh no, he kind of gave away his positioning by shooting that rocket. They kind of baited Reddit, and oh god, they're all stuck with Slammer going down. I don't think they can move. I don't think they can move in anymore. Their medic's on half health too. Grape is behind. This time, oh god, Scout sees him again. I keep thinking Grape's gonna go in, but he just won't do it. So it's kind of a little stalemate right now in the middle. Oh, we got a huge bomb coming in right now. Showstopper 1 rocket, 2 rocket. If he gets the 3rd rocket down, he's on such low hit points. Sizer helps him out, which is perfect. And Sizer lives. Showstopper lives through that. That's huge.
Yeah, that defensive mid actually could have worked out for Meat Market, but there was just some kind of team coordination issue there where the medic Sailot was way back towards their side of the point, and Blank was all the way up in choke alone, so he was just completely hung out to dry. I mean, that's just a team error. That's no individual player error. They just needed to all play together, and they probably could have held that, but just that one little mistake that cost them the midpoint. The Ubers are, even though, so they're not in a round-losing position yet, and they're just kind of gathering up at choke. They're playing rather close, which is a little dangerous considering they should know the Ubers are even, and at any moment. Right now you'd be expecting Grape to fly in, he does, and drops the med.
Oh god,
yep, just a simple pop-up, drop the med, kind of I don't blame Sailot at all for dropping that. I'd rather she don't pop in that situation. It was just bad. It was just bad positioning. They really needed to play back. There's no reason to be that close to choke when both teams have Uber, and right now you got Slamberg flying in, Cheesy went down. He actually gets Zalox to pipe himself down. That might actually do something, because Pelt spawning right now, they're stuffing them bottom right. And that last kill he got with Zalox piping himself to death might have just just bought them a little more time in the round, because TSU, they just couldn't push in. Now they just build up their Uber on 2. And Cheesy MacGyver going back to the NG, putting up the gun on the left respawn door for like the 17th time.
I've seen that. I feel like every time we're looking at a round, it's Cheesy MacGyver putting up a gun on that side, and then it dying very quickly and then tapping the point. So hopefully something different could happen this time. Though they were a little closer, but they haven't been charging efficiently, because here comes the Uber in from Red. Look at this. Blue's positioning is horrible. They can't get on the point if Red throws anybody on the point. Finally, Setsuko takes the buff in. So Grape jumping in huge. One clean rocket in on there with Sizer, 1-shot, 2-shot. No point time for Red yet. Do you think if Blank stays healthy, they can take this?
Well, Sailot just got her Uber, and the scout's in on her. She's gonna have to pop this, and she drops Blank. This is kind of a disaster. There are only 3 alive. TSU could actually kite this and try to push back in because of how late Blank died. Yeah, you already see, you got scouts running in a lobby. Pelt was so overextended, he goes down to Sizer. Just a great pick from him. And now there's only 4 up. I can't see Meat Market defending this, shy of some kind of miracle deathmatching skills. Cheesy MacGyver gets 1 onto Sizer, Slamberg goes down. This is scramble over the point with TSU all rushing onto it, and yeah, man, Pelt just got a little too overconfident in lobby, and Sizer punished him. And at that point, they had to realize, because of Blank's late death, that it was definitely a possibility TSU could be trying to push in right there.
Yeah, the second Pelt went down, and like Alec lived, it was what, 5 on 2. Like you're gonna jam that in any day of the week.
Yeah, and we're on to the next mid. Both demos haven't been messing up their rollouts or anything. No. They've been pretty even. Once again, it looks kind of like a passive mid. Meat Market actually won the last mid. They just weren't able to convert it. We're now TSU taking a lot of height advantage. Blank with the air shot takes out Showstopper. That's a good early pick. And now, I mean, if they keep playing this passive game, they're going to win in the long run. Blank with a 6 shotgun rocket combo into Sizer. And Ninja Nick goes down. They just need to protect Zaylot now. Zaylot is low. He can't really do anything. They just have to watch out for Alec. He could be hiding in a corner or something. That's the only thing they have to worry about as they push on here. And if they play this right, this should be around for them. Sizer, or actually that's Alec going up with the gun. At this point, considering how much Cheesy loves to play Engineer, they should be expecting the NG. And they're capping 2, and they're already pushing in. This is a really fast push. They get 2 picks on the gun. TSU did not expect that fast push at all.
There's stickies on the point, though. Oh, they're blown off. Soldiers jumping up behind. If Ninja Nick goes down here, it could be... I don't know, man. The TSU wasn't expecting it, but look how far apart the blue players on literally each corner of the last point here. I don't think... They need to put some pressure on the point. Jesus, really nice. Hell! That was the weirdest fight.
That was a great Uber from Meat Market. TSU just had no idea they were pushing in so quick with the Uber. I was like, why are they taking so long to cap 2? And then it was like, oh my god, they're already like in last. I didn't even know. TSU didn't know. And yeah, they just caught out 2 immediately. That was just a great Uber from Meat Market. They gotta get some more of those Ubers though. And this mid, they can't rely on Blank to be hitting crazy rocket combos the whole time, so we'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah, he was dirty last mid, so I'd like to see Slamberg's positioning here. They need a scout up there with them. With both soldiers and the scout up here, look at this blue height advantage. This is really great. Grape going behind, though. Oh, Blank denies him, but also gets taken out by Grape at the same time. Sailot's in a very bad position. The health pack's not going to be up that soon. They know the Med's in there. That's the thing. Red, oh, look at this. Med's cut out. Red cannot make it out. This is not going to end too well for that. Med going down. They need a hero play on Ninja. Slamberg did it. Slamberg just picked Ninja Nick up, both hands over his head, and slammed him down into the wrestling mat. It was great.
Yeah, that was a good play from Slamberg recovering the mid. That's the only thing keeping him in this game right now for this last round.
Yeah, dude.
Pelt, he's jumping back to his team. They're going to regroup, and they actually have a bit of an Uber advantage. So this is somewhat of a decent situation for them. Zaylox is forward trying to pressure. He's just going to back on out of there, but. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting mid. Meat Market stayed in for a long time because despite losing one early, their health was really even. They just needed to, if they wanted to win that mid, they needed to get aggressive earlier. But now Ninja Nick's building has just been awful. Sailot should have a 20% ad right now, by the way, and it's like 46. So.
Oh my god, it's awful. All right, they're finally catching up. The thing is, though, I don't know if Riddle, maybe low. Yes, they are. Oh, this is gonna be huge if they push in over here. There's stickies around the wall that you need to use through, which is fine. Double Uber Soldier here is absolutely okay. Ninja Nick's going out, but Slamberg's behind. This is really good. 1 rocket, 2 rockets. Slamberg can take out the sniper? Question mark. Slamberg's gonna get denied, dude. I don't know.
Wow, that was a pretty good Uber though. They actually managed to catch Zaylox with some nice rockets. That almost looked like that Uber was going to be a complete disaster. but some good rockets out of Blank again, bailing his team out. That's the second time within the last 2 rounds, and now they're gonna be able to get 2 for free. TSU has full Uber ad, so right now Meat Market knows they're gonna be pushing out. They just have to gather up in a position where they can force them, get their med out, and then leapfrog the Ubers back into the 2.
It would definitely work. We'd like to see Slamberg on Spy. We got the old sneaky Spy. I'm gonna watch the Uber fight for now though. Showstopper gets the Uber. They have to. I don't. We know what. We're going down. Whatever. But like Ubering out to recap 2 never is a super good feeling. I mean, I know it has to be done, but when you do it, you at least want to get a frag that's not the weird Spy. So, but with that Spy going down and Slamberg not being here, the Cavalry won't get here in time. They seriously are backing out. They all went through sewer too. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Slamberg being on Spy there did definitely kind of cost his team the mid. They would have had a chance to defend it had he been on Soldier. He could have even gone like heavy or something, but
anything.
they're pushing in through IT with the advantage. They're going to get at least this 1 Soldier pick. Let's see if they can get any more. Doesn't look like it. Ninja has like that 60% ad right now. They just need to worry about capping mid. And one of the great things about forcing medics on process mid is a lot of times you don't even really need to lose more than 1 guy ever. Like, you should be losing 1 guy max. It's actually really easy to force a med with spam when they come through choke. It's just all flat ground with the height advantage. You get so much spam onto the med. So let's see if they'll be able to force Ninja Nick. They're coming through choke right now. Look at how grouped up they are. They're taking so much spam. Ninja Nick is still all the way back in choke with Blank so close again. Oh my god, he just barely lives. Ninja Nick just dodging through everything down to 50. He hasn't popped yet. They need to force Nick. Slamberg's flying in. He hits 1 rocket, he goes down. Nick hasn't. Yeah, he's just been in a good position. His team just surprisingly, I thought that was going to possibly go bad because of how grouped up they were, but it didn't. And they're running in choke already. They're so aggressive. The Scout and the Demo are taking in the Uber. Sailot's about to have hers in lobby. The Uber's coming in. They're not getting anything. They catch out Pelt. That's a 1 pick. And now they're pushing out into 2. And man, this is a tough fight, but they actually managed to win it because that pick on Ninja Nick was key. They overextended too far, the TSU Uber. And now they're just cleaning up the rest of them. Scouts on Sailot, they just need to worry about these scouts. Sailot's running into sewer, she should be safe. And now it's just Alec. He's really weak in choke, he goes down. That was a really sick push in from Meat Market back on a 2 there. I mean, TSU, they had a good Uber in, but then they just overextended into rollout. The Scout and the Med really wanted to force Sailot, but then Sailot ended up being in lobby when they pushed in rollout, and then they just found themselves overextended, completely caught out. And now you can see, just because of that, Meat Market is about to cap there too, and they have a fair Uber advantage. They might be able to go for something, but I'd rather, honestly, at this point, they just slow the game down. Just suicide Slamberg or a Scout, maybe just get a sniper or spy, maybe a heavy, anything like that.
I want to see heavy push in the last third here. So, Blank's gonna take this buff. They're going in with the SoloUber, and now Blank's going in, gets denied. A little bit juggled by that gun. There's still Stiggy's on the point. Finally, the Demo Man finds the gun. Sides are switched off class perfectly. Blank taking nice little panic room card there. This could be huge.
Oh my god, he piped Ninja Nick. That was so key. The fight's still going on. They're getting such good damage. This should be a win. Oh my god, that's sick for me, Market. Pelt,
that is so good.
Won them that round. Okay, 2 things won them that last push.
Yes.
One is TSU's Uber building right now is terrible. When I pointed out the Uber advantages when they had just capped 2, it was 17, and then it ended up being 40. That is a serious problem TSU is having. And then Pelt just flew in last minute and piped Ninja Nick. That completely won them that last push. That was super sick. And we can see if Meat Market's gonna be able to carry on this momentum on the next mid.
Yeah, for sure. So Zealous is pushing up left side of side. They need to be careful. Pelt goes down without this demo. Zealous. Oh god.
Oh no.
Momentum underscore not underscore carried underscore over. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out. Slamberg running at him with the skill stick.
Have you ever played on one of those orange servers that have the like homing projectiles when you reflect on pyro?
Yeah.
Because that's what that
definitely
looked like.
that.
Just like I saw pipes missing guys and then hitting them. Like everything that could have possibly hit Meat Market found a way to directly hit someone on Meat Market when they were all grouped up on point. That was just yeah, that was a disaster mid. And they're gonna have to hold this last.
Alright, so now, jeez, with this much Uber, they can just roll it in. Showstopper's taking a nice little fat solo over here. It easily takes out the gun. He gets counter jumped by somebody who gets bounced up in the air, going down. With Blank going down, there's this huge 2x on the point. They can't do anything to stop it. They could throw their bodies on, but that's not enough. Just without the sticks, they got it, man. That is the game. So, ended up being closer than we thought. They they got their stuff together. Like the rounds that they ended up taking Meat Market, they were pretty clean rounds.
Yeah, definitely. I think Meat Market at the beginning, they really struggled with their last holds though. TSU had no problems taking last when they had an opportunity to. Like Meat Market had some really good transitions and just overall like some good team fights. They were able to beat TSU in a lot of them on 2. A lot of the team fights like on the midpoint, not rolling out to mid specifically, but like a lot of the transition fights were really good. But then when it came to defending last, they just gave themselves no opportunities to do it. Like it was just so strange. They would play really aggressively in lobby, but then when TSU would push in, like they would just play so passively, and then to the point where it forced them to then come back out to the point. Like they played too passively where TSU got free control of the point, and then Meat Market just had to go to point and just got mulched. That happened like 4 times, I think.
Yep.
Like they really needed to clean up those last holds. I mean, imagine if they were able to just hold 2 of those. I mean, that could have been a big deal. Yeah. And Cheesy MacGyver going NG was not working whatsoever. He died with his gun, I think 3 times with his gun getting spammed. Like the gun was just not working. I'd rather at that point he realized it's not working and like go heavy and sit in the door, or even pyro. Like Sezco's a pretty capable sniper. Have him snipe at one of the doors, like the left door. Have a heavy sitting in the right door, because the heavy in the door is so annoying. Because he can instantly just switch class or hit the cabinet and just go back to scout whenever he wants, and he's just taking damage from the Uber. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. That their last holds just were not working out, and that was a pretty big issue for him.
It's 2 teams in a row to do that to Team SoloUber. By the way, I don't know if people are just afraid of the showstopper SoloUber coming in, but like even when they played Get a Well Fan Club the next last game, I noticed me and Sacho were noticing like Ninja Nick was able to completely I mean he's good. He can milk Ubers rather well, but like they were able to completely literally jam so far in before they were forced, or before they were just like, you know, anything, and there was no contest. There was no contest when they were moving in. By the time you throw in the point, you got to throw bodies on to just stop them from capping it, and it's over. So I don't know. Kudos to Team SoloUber. So that puts them, as we were talking about earlier, like that actually puts them back. They jumped to 3rd with that. So it's you guys up front, Froyo Tech, then SoloUber's in 3rd, and Get a Well Fan Club is in 4th right now. So they not only are they 4-3, but they hopped ahead of all the other 4-3 teams with that win. Like that's, I mean, you know the players on the team. We know they're good. They were 2-3 a few weeks ago. I wasn't really used to that. I'm not sure what was going wrong with them, but I think they got their shit together.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this season is. We were talking about this before the cast went live. How this season is honestly probably the best season there's been for a long time, and it's just really great. There's so many teams that are so close right now that it really is hard to predict who's going to win some of these games. Like, I mean, even for Meat Market right now, that's a pretty tough loss because it puts them at 2-5. But I wouldn't even count them out completely yet. Like, it's certainly going to be tough. But I think even they have a chance. Like maybe out of the five teams you'd think that are fighting for like the 3rd, 4th spot, I think most people would probably put them at like 5th. But that is a tight 5th. Like that was real close. Like just looking at some of their games, they lost to Woodpig 3-4. They lost to Froyo 5-3. They lost to SoloUber 5-3. Like these are close games. Like they're putting a lot of rounds on the board. They just need to start converting them to win.
Oh, they have the talent on that team to just freaking like completely like just take rounds. It's like, hey, we're taking this round right freaking now, and you know, just they can snatch those rounds. They have enough talent to completely blow people out mid-roll at the last, and we've seen when they're coordinated, they'll end up scoring. Like, you know, they'll end up getting a point there. So this is wild, dude. Just looking at the standings. So like we haven't really seen this in Invite in a long time. So we're almost halfway through the season, and there are literally 6 teams. Like there's 3rd place is a 4-way tie right now. Like that's insane.
That's unbelievable. I didn't notice that, but I just went to the league standings. There's 4 teams at 4-3,
and they all play each other coming up.
And like
it's so good.
Every time I see one of these games and the results, I'm like, oh yeah, I think that like X team should beat the other one. Never happened. It's the other team always beats the team that I think should win. Like, and then that team will go ahead and like beat a different team that I think they should lose to. Like the games are just so close. They're so unpredictable. I mean, this is definitely, out of all the seasons there's been for the past maybe like a year, this is the season to watch. Like, And there's just so many interesting combinations of teams too, like Strawberry Mangoes with like Tag, a veteran roamer from days past, like years ago, coming back. Like, I think that team's pretty interesting. Just like a mix of up and coming talent.
I watched him. So Tag,
like,
when they played Get Well
players.
Fan Club on Snakewater, he was still doing shit like he could forever. You know, he knows how to shoot rocket more or less still. So that team's going to be interesting. What do you think about coming up for each of these teams? Let's see. Team SoloUber. Like right now, I think I remembered casting last time. I was like, they should go on a streak right now. So they have Kawhi 5-0, who's dead. I think is that confirmed? Is
they're
Kawhi
not dead. I'm pretty sure they're not dead.
Okay. So the next team SoloUber with winning tonight, they play Kawhi 5-0 next, and then Mad Lux after that. So they're sitting at 4-3 now. On paper, I'd like to think they should win those games, and they'll be 6-3 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
But you never know what the hell can happen. Anybody can really give anybody else a hard-fought game, and there's just been upsets, which is freaking great.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. What do you think?
I think I wouldn't completely actually count out Kawhi 5-0. I think it's unlikely they'll beat TSU, but I wouldn't be surprised if like once in a while they'll have some like really tight games with some of these 4-3 middle of the road teams. I would not be surprised at that if that happens a couple times. And then yeah, but I would imagine TSU would probably go up to 6-3, which puts them in a pretty good spot going forward. That'll be possibly the best record out of all the 4-3 teams, I'd imagine.
Get Well Fan Club, or no, excuse me, Meat Market. Now who they have next? Like, you know, we're saying they're sitting at 2-5 right now, but their next 3 games are against teams that they can beat. They go against Get Well. You know, beginning of the season, I thought Get Well Fan Club, when they started 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, I was like, shit. You know, they're going to be the upper hand in a lot of these matches. But now Meat Market plays Get Well Fan Club next match, and Get Well Fan Club's on a little loss streak, dude. I don't know. I would be
shocked if Meat Market doesn't beat one of these 4-3 teams eventually. All these games have been so close. They've got to win one eventually. And I mean, there's so many left to go. And at this point, like I said, Meat Market is like, for them to make playoffs, it's possible, but it's definitely going to be close. And I'm not just saying it's possible, like, for the sake of hyping it up. Like, I actually do think
mathematically, no, it is.
No, like, it's actually possible they could get enough wins over some of these teams. It's more likely at this point they don't, just because of this. They've been on a 5-loss